Did you know that Lee Sangmin, the richest contestant on Bloody Game X, spent years caught up in a massive debt scandal? Ever wondered what's really going on behind the scenes? Or what the relationships between contestants like Choi Hyeseon and Lee Kwan-hee, or Jinho and Park Jimin, are like today? Stay until the end, because I'll be covering all the standout contestants from Team P1, Team P2, Team P3, and Team Challenge. Before we dive in, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into this cast. Team P1. Lee Sangmin, born in 1973, is the oldest contestant in the cast. Watching him climb over that partition high up on a multi-story building just so he could eavesdrop was one of the biggest highlights of this season. He isn't new to strategic warfare. On The Genius, a show widely considered the father of Korean survival shows, he built a reputation as a master manipulator, running disinformation campaigns, flipping alliances, and reading people's emotions to control the game, eventually winning Season 2 outright. But his boldest moves often backfired, and that pattern followed him straight into Bloody Game X. Off-screen, his story is even more dramatic. At one point, he carried debts of roughly 4.8 billion won from failed business ventures, including a bizarre restaurant concept that combined martial arts with drag performances. For years, some accused him of exaggerating his financial struggles for sympathy or content, but by 2025 and 2026, he had reportedly paid it all off. In fact, his income last year reportedly reached around 1.5 billion won, the highest among the entire cast, far exceeding teammates like Lee Taekyun, who reportedly earned around 50 million won. He's also weathered a plagiarism scandal from his idol days with the group Lula, and more recently, a public dispute with a former groupmate over unfair payment claims. Now remarried and still appearing on a variety of entertainment shows, Sangmin enters Bloody Game X, trying to prove he can still dominate, but his history suggests chaos usually follows him. Park Jimin, born in 1991, is an MBC announcer whose polished professional image completely changes once the cameras start rolling on a survival show. In Season 1 of Bloody Game, she was branded one of the most aggressive backstabbers in the cast, drawing heavy criticism for her ruthless gameplay. She was eliminated early in Season 2 due to an unfavorable format, and reportedly received no appearance fee for that season because it wasn't produced by WAV or her home network MBC. Now, in Bloody Game X, viewers are seeing a different side of her. Sharper commentary, less backstabbing, and a strong, unapologetic personality that refuses to fall in line behind the male contestants. That shift is exactly why so many fans are rooting for her redemption arc this season. Lee Taekyun, born in 1995, is a rare figure in this cast, a Bloody Game Season 1 winner with almost no personal drama attached to his name. Outside the show, he works as both a lawyer and a police officer, having graduated from Seoul National University's Public Administration program. His original victory came from balancing physical challenges, puzzles, and strategy fairly, a stark contrast to some of the more chaotic playstyles around him. In Bloody Game X, he's positioned as the mediator trying to stabilize his team amid Lee Sangmin and Park Jimin's political chaos, and fans consistently point to him as one of the most respected and cleanest players in the franchise's history. Team P2. Team P2 carries some of the heaviest baggage in the cast. Lee Jinhyeong, born in 1995, earned the highest score on South Korea's 2019 CSAT and graduated from Seoul National University with a medical degree. Despite that elite academic background, he chose a political, manipulative playstyle, often avoiding direct head-to-head matches. He won Bloody Game Season 2, but that victory came with major backlash. Critics called him spineless, accused him of shifting blame onto other players like Fuji Mina, and argued that his gameplay couldn't hold up under real scrutiny. His public image shifted dramatically, from brilliant top student to someone many viewers actively distrust. Now, his frequent talk about morality and loyalty in Bloody Game X is being interpreted by many fans as a deliberate attempt to repair his public image. His teammate, Seungjin, born in 1985, has an even rougher history. In Season 2, he was associated with toxic behavior, including bullying, invading other players' privacy, and nearly coming to blows with another contestant, Dex, who has since become quite famous. His attempt to sacrifice himself early this season is widely viewed as another calculated effort to clean up his reputation, although many viewers say they aren't convinced. Team P3. Jinho, born in 1982, is the second oldest contestant in the cast. Known as Storm Zerg and the winner of the Genius Season 1, he has built a reputation as the relaxed, low-energy veteran who somehow always ends up leading his team anyway, thanks to experience, charisma, and a calm head under pressure. What many viewers don't realize is that his real income doesn't come from television at all. He's a professional poker player with victories across the Asian Poker Tour, a World Series of Poker bracelet from 2022, and reported career earnings exceeding $3 million, while also being sponsored by J88 Poker. Married since 2024 and welcoming a daughter that same year, he treats these survival shows less like a paycheck and more like a passion project. Xitsuh, born in 1992, whose real name is Seo Cholgu, is a rapper and streamer who earned his nickname the hard way by being the one contestant capable of solving brutally complex puzzles through pure logic, sometimes when nobody else could. He studied at Brigham Young University on a scholarship, giving him a strong analytical foundation. But across multiple seasons, the same criticism follows him. He's overconfident, sometimes dismissive of his teammates' ideas, and prone to stopping just short of finishing what he starts. In Bloody Game X, he's teamed up with Jinho again, a combination fans call a dream team of pure brainpower. But his tendency to underestimate certain strategies, like the zero-win approach in the first money game, shows that the pattern hasn't changed. Heo Seongbeom, born in 2000, is a graduate AI researcher at KAIST after attending Korea Science Academy, one of the country's top science high schools. He built his reputation on University War before becoming a finalist on Bloody Game Season 3, where he became known for aggressive, high-risk strategies and frequent clashes with teammates. In Bloody Game X, he's paired with Xitsuh on Team P3, and fans are already predicting friction between the two strong-willed personalities. Interestingly, despite his brainy image, Seongbeom has stepped away from side activities like modeling and no longer teaches math online full-time, choosing instead to focus on AI research alongside his television appearances. Choi Hyeseon, born in 1998, is best known to many viewers as one half of the final couple on Singles Inferno 3, alongside Lee Kwon-hee, born in 1988, who also happens to be part of Bloody Game X as a rookie. But contrary to popular belief, the two were never actually a real-life couple. Lee Kwon-hee publicly clarified this himself, explaining that the distance was simply too much. Hyeseon left to continue her studies in the United Kingdom right after filming, while he focused on his professional basketball career. They remain close and respectful of each other. On Bloody Game, Hyeseon has quietly become one of the most valuable players on her team, frequently credited as the clear-headed voice that prevents costly mistakes, even though she's often overlooked simply because she's young and female. Team Challenge. Kang Jihoo, born in 2004, enters Bloody Game X as the youngest member of the cast, bringing an outstanding academic resume that includes early graduation from a top science high school and impressive performances in chess-based logic competitions on University War. He's untested in this format, and fans are eager to see how his book-smart background translates into full-contact survival strategy. On the other side, Kim Kyunghoon, born in 1988, is a genius champion whose reputation is far messier, known for reckless betrayals and troll-like gameplay. Especially during Season 4. In Bloody Game X, his teammate, Kim Yoohyun, also born in 1988, is a former English teacher, startup founder, and application developer, and now a professional poker player who regularly competes in major poker tournaments across Asia. Compared with Kim Kyunghoon, he appears much more level-headed and seems to be keeping his teammates' chaotic instincts under control, although many fans are still waiting for Kim Kyunghoon to fully unleash his snake side. So there you have it, a cast full of veterans trying to rewrite their reputations, rookies stepping into unfamiliar territory, and rivalries that go back years before this show even started filming. Which contestant and which team are you supporting? And who do you think will make it to the finals? Drop your predictions in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives as Bloody Game X unfolds.